So you've written a book. You did the hard part. It's out in the world, but the launch buzz is kind of fizzled out, right? So how do you breathe new life into it? How do you get some real momentum going again? A lot of people try, and honestly, it often falls flat. Today, we're going to break down a strategy that totally flips the script and creates some real, lasting impact. On one side, you've got what we could call the quiet relaunch. You know the drill. You get a new cover, maybe you tweak the description, you put up a few posts on social media. It's fine. It's safe, but it almost never makes a splash. But on the other side, you have the live relaunch, and this is all about creating an actual online event to build momentum on purpose. The difference between these two approaches? It's absolutely massive. Let's get into why. You see, the power of doing a live relaunch really comes down to 5 key principles. These are the things that completely transform how your audience connects with you and your work. Think of these as the building blocks for turning a book that's just sitting there into a thriving cornerstone for your entire brand.
Okay, let's start with the first and maybe the most powerful advantage of going live.
I mean, just think about it. When something is happening live, there's that built-in feeling of now or never. This isn't some cheap marketing trick, it's just basic human psychology. That sense of urgency grabs our attention in a way that, well, content that's just sitting there never can.
So here's the crucial difference. Regular content, like a blog post or a video you've uploaded, it's like a show on Netflix. It can be watched anytime. It's always going to be there. But a live event, that's the Super Bowl. It happens once. That scarcity is exactly what makes people lean in. When your audience knows something is happening right now, they show up differently. They're more present, they're focused, and they're actually ready to engage.
Okay, so let's move on to the second key. This one is all about the human element. A book is an incredible tool. For sure, it lets you communicate your ideas to so many people. But it's kind of a one-way street, isn't it? A conversation, though, a real-time back-and-forth interaction, that's completely transformational. It just closes the gap between you and your audience in a way a static page just can't. And this connection gets built in a few really cool ways. During a live event, you can share the why behind the book. You get to tell all those great stories that ended up on the cutting room floor. And here's the big one. You can answer real questions from your readers right there on the spot. That kind of interaction builds a ton of trust, and it builds it really, really fast.
So the third key takes this whole idea of connection and just blows it up. Because it's not just about your relationship with each person, it's about their relationship with each other.
You know, reading a book is usually a solo activity. It's just you, the book, and your thoughts. But an event is collective by its very nature. The moment you bring people together at the same time, all for the same reason, something really powerful shifts.
And this just nails the transformation. Your audience goes from being these passive consumers of your message to being active participants in the shared experience. They suddenly feel like they're part of something way bigger than themselves, and that is an incredibly powerful feeling.
All right, let's jump to key number 4, because this one is all about how this whole strategy repositions you.
A quiet relaunch can sometimes feel like you're just trying again. It can feel a little bit like asking for attention, but hosting a live event, that's not asking. That is stepping forward with total confidence and authority. You're reframing the whole thing, not from a place of hope, but from a place of leadership. This right here is the critical distinction. By hosting this event, you stop being just the person who wrote the book. You become the one who is guiding the entire conversation around the ideas in it. You're the architect. And that fundamentally elevates your status and your influence.
And finally, we've got the 5th key. This is the one that pulls everything together and gets us to the ultimate goal. Okay, this is a subtle point, but it's so important. An initial book launch is all about trying to create momentum from a complete standstill. You're pushing a giant boulder. But a live relaunch is different. It takes whatever energy is already there, even if it's just a little bit, and it multiplies it. It's an accelerator.
An event is the absolute perfect stage for this. You can reveal something new, like a bonus chapter. You can share how your own thinking has evolved since you wrote the book. You can clarify what's next for you in the community. And you can personally invite people to take that next step with you. See? It doesn't just restart the journey, it hits the fast forward button.
So when you put all 5 of these keys together, it forces this fundamental shift in your mindset. It stops being about just selling more copies, and it becomes about redefining the entire purpose of your book and what it does for your bigger mission.
And this is the core idea. You have to stop thinking of your book as inventory that's just sitting on a shelf. It's not a product. It's infrastructure. It's the foundational asset that supports everything else you do. It becomes the hub for your ideas, for your community, and for your business.
At the end of the day, this whole strategy is a call to action. It's a challenge to you to step out from behind the pages and to lead the conversation that your book was always meant to start. The world is a noisy place. It doesn't need quieter authors. It needs visible leaders who are willing to get out there and champion their ideas.
So that's the question I want to leave you with. Take a hard look at your work, at your book. Is it just something you're trying to sell, or is it the foundation for the movement you're actually trying to build? Because your answer to that question, well, it changes everything.